Hello, Tuna Twin fam gang, my ranchers out there. Thank you for watching my videos and supporting. I love all of you, and I love all my homies that watch. I had a little gulp there. Today we're gonna go through my surplus of DVDs, and I think just DVD. No, there's some VHS, but at least it's not a stack of video games that would be more expensive than what I spent on this stuff here. I accumulated this huge stack over going to a bunch of thrift stores. So this is probably $50 at max, which is why I love this hobby of mine. But I also hate it because I have an addiction. But anyways, let's go into the video. Thanks for watching. Before we get started, I just want to say the amount of blind buying of these DVDs and other formats in this video is like tenfold from my past videos, mainly because up to this point, I've been buying stuff for my collection, to rebuild my collection that I had as a kid, mainly video games for the 360 and Wii, but also I've ran out of my DVD collection, or movies I really liked as a kid. So now I'm just blind buying DVDs that I have interest in to watch as movies, like pieces of art that people really like. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let me pull up a chair. I think this will be a brief showing of each of these because wow, I have a lot, and this video would go on for 30 minutes probably, and no one wants to hear me yap for that long. So if I have genuine interest in any of these movies, I could possibly make entire videos just off of them. First off, this wasn't necessarily a blind buy, but I got this mainly because I like Django and Lonesome Dove. And from what I've seen of this, it gives off very Lonesome Dove vibes by the way that Tarantino kind of split up. There's 4 parts of the movie. I think this version is just the one movie, but I know there's an extended version that has the 4 parts, just like Lonesome Dove. Anyways, that being said, I bought this because I like Westerns. Unfortunately, I like Django because I don't like Tarantino. He is a scumbag of the earth. He's not a cool guy. He supports Israel. He's a foot fetishist, which you know what? You be into what you're into, but don't put it in my cool movies. I really liked Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, unfortunately. So I know I probably will like this, but I don't want to support this little guy. Either way, that's Hateful Eight. Next up, one of my most ever since buying this movie on VHS at Half Price Books, I got re-obsessed with it because I remember watching it a while back, maybe in middle school or late elementary, early middle school. I remember really liking this movie, and rewatching it, it's been my obsession recently. This movie is such a cute, good, grand old time, and it just transported me to this very comfortable, I don't know, I feel like a kid again watching this movie, which I'm still a kid. It brings out that part of me, you know? Very lovely movie. I might make a whole video on just this movie adaptation because Lord knows the Peter Jackson Hobbit movies they don't have anything on this movie. And as of filming this video, actually, I placed an order on eBay for the first time, actually, to get the Return of the King, which is a huge time skip from The Hobbit, but animated by the same people. Yeah, I could talk about this forever. I'm excited about Return of the King. That'll be coming in. I probably will make a video on those two together. Next up, my favorite Doom album. My favorite MF Doom album. Danger Doom. This is a collab with Cartoon Network, or Adult Swim, as many people know it. And he samples a lot of Adult Swim shows in this. Also, the collabs that are on this album. The features are quite awesome. Production is amazing by Danger Mouse. If you don't know who that is, you probably do. He's produced a lot of albums that people, you know, really like. Really excited about that. That's one of my favorite CDs right now. Next up, Steely Dan. It's like a hits album, the best of. And yeah, so popped this in the other day. Pretty cool. I like Steely Dan. And I don't know them too well, so it's cool to get into them more. Next up, The Wire, the complete third season. Now, I don't have any seasons of this show, but from what I've heard, I've watched season 1. I enjoyed season 1. I'm stuck on season 2 because maybe it gets better. I'm only a few episodes in. I just haven't had time to watch it, and I'm kind of bored of it. But anyways, I've heard the third season is like the best of them all, and this was the only season at the thrift store. I got it for $1, bro. Like, how are you gonna stop me from doing that? Maybe it's $2. Either way, all the discs are still in there. And this is apparently peak fiction, so I'm gonna watch it. At the same thrift store, I got Howard the Duck. Might not be as peak fiction as The Wire third season, but I know of this movie. I've known of it for a while. I've wanted to watch it because, you know, I love watching dumb, stupid movies. And look at that name right there. It's made by someone quite liked in the film industry. I don't care for Star Wars that much. I liked it when I was a kid. But anyways, I didn't realize it was George Lucas, so I was like, you know, I'll watch it. I'll pick it up. But look at how horrifying that image is. Yeah, try to go sleep now. Safely. Next up is the Gremlins Special Edition, actually, which is pretty cool. I like this movie. Oh, it's got a little drawing on it from the past owner. I finally watched it recently, and it's similar to the Hobbit movie. It's just a fun little time, you know, those types of movies that just, there's nothing really bad going on. I mean, obviously, it's kind of scary, but it's still such a charming movie, and it also brings you back to being like a kid. Definitely a movie I'd watch if I had a kid. Next up, I think the only game I got was Sega Superstars Tennis Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc mashup thing, which I've always seen, and I'm like, well, I don't think I'll ever get this unless it's like dirt cheap at a thrift store, which guess where it was, and guess how cheap it was. It was cheap as dirt, and it was at a thrift store. But I don't know how this works. I assume there would normally be 2 discs in here that has a Sega Superstars Tennis separated from this one, but maybe not. Either way, I got Xbox Live Arcade, which has, you know, some cool PopCap games. I believe Peggle is on this disc, maybe not, but it has Uno and some other, you know, Feeding Frenzy. That's a peak game, so I picked it up. Next up, we got The Dogfather. Can't really see the title because of the sticker. This movie was, I guess you could say, a blind buy, mainly just because me and Justin, as you probably know by now, I've probably talked about it before on this channel, we like watching those stupid 90s and 2000s dog movies. God. And, so yeah, I thought this was fun. It was like, it's The Godfather, but a freaking dog, bro. Don't tell me this doesn't look tough. Don't tell me this doesn't look awesome. Look at that guy. Got a Nerf gun. Anyways, yeah. I'll watch that. Fun time with some friends, maybe. Next up, I had this previously. It's all the Blade movies. And then at half price, I found this for even cheaper than this. And I was like, okay, Justin, you should watch the Blade movies. I'm going to give this to you so I can keep this to myself, because this has some extra crappy Blade movie that isn't Wesley Snipes, which I believe, I'm assuming is connected to the TV show universe, because it looks, I can't tell if it's the same actor, but it also just looks like the same style. That font looks similar to the font of the, you know, movie, or the show, I mean. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this and let him take this, so now I have even more Blade movies to watch. Next up, Adventure Time, Distant Lands. And let me go ahead and just get the other Adventure Time things I got that same day, which would be all of these. I got this at Movie Trading Co., I believe. There was a different one, not the Arlington one. But anyways, I like Adventure Time. I'm having a re-obsession with it. I used to love it in middle school. So I got this Jake versus Meow one, which is a great episode, and it has more great episodes connected to it. The Jiggler, and then Jake the Dad, also an amazing episode with cute art on the front and back. This episode's adorable. And the little disc is pretty cute. What's the disc on the other one? I imagine it's Meow. Forgot. Oh yeah, it's Meow and a little pie crust. That's awesome. Yeah, those are good compilation packs. It'll go well with the Fiona and Cake one I have. And then Distant Lands, which is the HBO like little mini series show that like expanded upon Adventure Time. I thought it was alright. It wasn't that good. Fiona and Cake's definitely a lot better. But I didn't know I had a DVD release. That's pretty cool. So I picked it up. Next up, at the same Movie Trading Co., I believe, I picked up the Ben Stiller Show. This is such a silly little thing that I found because I'd known of this show for a minute as a Ben Stiller fan. I'm not even a huge Ben Stiller fan. I just really like Zoolander. I know a lot of his other comedy movies have aged poorly, which is the ones I don't really care to watch. But so far, this show hasn't aged too poorly. That being said, so far, I haven't watched Disc 2 yet, I don't believe. And it's a fun time to watch with my parents and my parents' friend because they catch all these references. It's a little trip down memory lane for them, and I get to get, knowledge on this dated show. But it's still very enjoyable because it has a good cast. Janine Garofalo, Ben Stiller, that guy, and Saul Goodman, bro, right here. Ain't that just dandy? It's a fun little time. I would recommend, I think, so far. I'll say that with a grain of salt because I haven't finished it. But it's only 13 episodes, so. Next up, kind of a blind buy. I've known of this movie for a minute. I'm a big Mos Def fan, and I know he plays Chuck Berry, which I'm also a fan of Chuck Berry's music. But I'm pretty sure this movie is pretty fine, I think. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it because I like Mos Def. It was kind of a blind buy, but also not. The biggest blind buy here today, since it was only 99 cents, was Dragonheart, You Will Believe. I'm pretty sure I've known of this movie, but ever since being on this big Hobbit kick, I guess, I've been getting re-obsessed with just the fantasy genre. So I've been playing a lot of Skyrim, and basing all my characters off of characters I like and stuff like that. Anyways, I think I know of this movie. It just looks really like cheesy 80s fantasy adventure movie. Like, it's gonna be fun when spectacular fire breathing effects is like in the review. I was like, you know what? This is 99 cents. I'll pick it up. It might be a fun time. Next up, Where the Wild Things Are. I was always too scared to watch this movie, but I loved there was like a children's book. I think this is based off of a children's book. And nowadays, I've always wanted to go back and watch this because it looks cute and it looks cool also. I don't know. Very excited. I know of this movie I've known of it for a while, so I picked it up. Next up, X-Men First Class. I believe this may or may not complete my X-Men collection that I've built up recently. But I opened this up at the thrift store. I was like, wow, this is still sealed. So actually, you know what? I'll do this on camera. I'm not a really big into like sealed stuff type of guy because that's just stupid. I want to watch it or play it or, like collecting sealed things is a little silly, and grading stuff as well. But anyways, I like X-Men First Class. I think this movie is fine. Oh my gosh, I can't open this. This is definitely one of the better movies after the original trilogy, Oh. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot about this. And I do believe, yeah, this is me finishing my X-Men collection that I can watch with my sister. I still didn't finish getting this. Okay, here we go. Oh, it didn't have anything in it. That's okay. I just thought it might, on possibility, have something in it. Anyways, X-Men First Class with the little, fun little cover case, slip cover. Some people don't like these. I think they're fine. They're not, like, that much of a hindrance. Next up is Brown Sugar. Also a movie with Mos Def in it. You know, he's a lead role. And I'm like, you know, I've heard of this movie. I think it's a rom-com. But I don't really care for rom-coms. Sometimes they're fun. I don't dislike them necessarily. Let me pick this off. I'll pick it off later. But yeah, it's Mos Def, and I'm like, you know, it could be fun. If it has the song Brown Sugar in it too, that'd be pretty cool. I like that song. This will probably be a fun watch, I guess. I don't know. Continuing with what I believe is a rom-com from Justin's description is Warm Bodies. I found this at the thrift. I know my friend Justin likes this movie, and he's recommended it. So, you know, I picked it up because I was going to buy it at half price for a bigger price, but $1.99 compared to the $5.99 I would have spent. It was pretty cool. I don't know much about this movie. I've heard it's a zombie romance something. So that sounds pretty fun. Definitely will be watching it. Next up, Shrek 2. I'm a big Shrek fan, I guess. I was a big one when I was younger, and I want to rewatch the Shrek movies. Coming up to Shrek 5, whenever that comes out, if it does. It's like GTA 6. All new surprise. I want to see its special features. I'm a big fan of special features also. I love that guy. I didn't realize, is it this movie where that clip is from? I thought it was Puss in Boots 1 that was from. Anyways, big fan of Shrek 2. I know this movie's beloved in the Shrek fandom. So yeah, we'll be watching that soon. Next up is Van Helsing, The London Assignment. This is an animated movie, which from the looks, the very few looks of the animation, looks pretty good. Looks like your average, like, edgy animation style. But I was like, you know what? I picked up Van Helsing. This is super cheap. And if I like Van Helsing, which, like, I know it'll be like a C tier movie, like, because I've seen clips from Van Helsing. I know it's not going to be the greatest movie of all time, but I think animation's cool, and he's voiced by Hugh Jackman in this animated movie. And I'm like, wow, animation could be cooler than the actual movie, considering the special effects in the actual movie. And then the last two we got is The Usual Suspects, which I watched with my mom recently. And I thought it was a fun time. I thought it was cool. It was cool to see a Bryan Singer movie, because I'm a fan of that guy. And Giancarlo Esposito. Gus. Sussy Gussie. And, you know, this cast of people are also cool. But I enjoyed this movie, so I was like, you know, I'll get this for my mom. Because I'm starting to watch DVDs with her more, so I thought that was cute. And then the Fantastic Four show, the 90s show, I believe. I don't know why I'm saying I believe. It is the 90s show. I watched this show a lot as a kid when it was on. Let me look. Yeah, I watched this show a lot as a kid, and it was always one of my favorite, you know, like, superhero Marvel cartoons. So I was like, you know what? This is really neat. All the characters have their own disc. And I was like, you know, I don't even know what streaming service has this entire show. Because I know Disney Plus has some of it, but Disney Plus is just so bad to navigate, and also, like, not necessarily navigate, but it's just so glitched and laggy. And also, you never know if they have all the episodes, which is so stupid. So I was like, you know, I'll pick this up. I love Fantastic Four. They're pretty cool. The Thing has always been my favorite one of my favorite Marvel characters, or just superheroes in general. He's pretty cool. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I think I need to stop buying stuff and start saving, which I still am doing. The thing is, like, I keep justifying buying this stuff because it's cheap, and I'm still making money over time. I still have a lot saved up. So I guess this is just my hobby. Everyone spends money on their hobby. Anyways, thanks for watching, of course, as always. Hit that like and follow right now, or this spider will appear in your bed tonight. You better go ahead and do it, or it's gonna get you. Goodbye.